everybody. Today we are going to be talking about Lesson 7, Order of Operations. So before we begin actually looking at the examples, I would like all of you to write down all of this. PEMDAS. You need to remember PEMDAS. PEMDAS is going to be your best friend this entire school year and for the rest of your math career. So PEMDAS stands for parentheses, exponents, multiplication, division, addition, and subtraction. So when you see a math problem with all or some of these components, you solve them in this order. First, you do the parentheses, whatever is in parentheses. Then if there are any exponents, you do that next. Then working from left to right, you would multiply and divide, and then you would add and then subtract. So once you have this written down, let's go ahead and go into the examples. Okay, example 1, here we go. Example 1 gives us two problems, but it gives us two problems that are a little bit different. Here we have 15 minus 1 plus 9 without parentheses, and here we have 15 minus 1 plus 9. So let's go ahead and solve these using PEMDAS both times. So just over here as a reminder, I'm going to write PEMDAS. So let's start with A, 15 minus 1 plus 9. Well, I don't see any parentheses, so I don't have to do anything. Don't see any exponents. I see no multiplication. I see no division. So now I'm going to add and subtract, but I'm going to do addition and subtraction as a pair, moving from left to right. So I'm going to start by 15 minus 1, and you're going to, of course, write the original problem. So 15 minus 1 is 14, and then rewrite the plus 9, because you only ever do one step at a time, and then 14 plus 9 is 23. So here's my answer to part A. Now let's compare it to part B. We have 15 minus parentheses 1 plus 9. Now I'm going to do what's in parentheses first because that's what my PEMDAS tells me to do. So 1 plus 9 is 10. And then I put in the 15 minus. And now 15 minus 10 is 5. So as you can see, even though the numbers are the same and the operations are the same, my answers are very, very different just because of these little parentheses right here. Parentheses make a huge difference. So this is correct without parentheses, but with parentheses, the answer suddenly changes to 5. Okay, so you have to make sure that you are paying attention to PEMDAS over here in order to make sure you are going and doing all of your operations in the correct order. Okay, let's look at example 2. Okay, so again, I'm going to remind you of PEMDAS, parentheses, exponents, multiply, divide, add, and subtract. Okay, these are a pair, and these are a pair. It's a D. Okay, so A, we have 12 divided by 4 times 3. So we'll work left to right because I have no parentheses, I have no exponents. So 12 divided by 4 is 3. Bring down the times 3, and 3 times 3 is 9. So I solved this piece of the equation and turned it into this, And then I took the rest of the equation and just brought it down and then solved the rest to get my answer. So let's look at B. 12 divided by parentheses 4 times 3. So now I have to do what's in parentheses first because that's what it says in PEMDAS. So I'm going to solve this piece first and get 4 times 3, which is 12, and then bring over the rest of the 12 divided by 12, and 12 divided by 12 is 1. So again, these are both correct answers, the 9 and the 1, but you have to be careful to watch for those parentheses. You have to do what's in parentheses first. Okay, let's look at example number 3. Okay, with example 3, remember that this sign right here means division. Okay? Whenever you see what looks like a fraction sign, you're actually going to divide. But this one's going to work a little bit differently. So we have problem A, 2 plus 7 over 3. Well, in order to solve this, I need to add the 2 plus 7 first. So 2 plus 7 is 9 divided by 3, and 9 divided by 3 equals 3. If I try to divide 2 divided by 3 and 7 divided by 3, that just gets really into ugly math. So whenever you see an addition or subtraction problem, this is where the PEMDAS is actually going to change just a little bit. You need to solve this to get one number before you can do the division. Okay? Same thing in problem B, only this time it's going to be in the denominator instead of the numerator. So 24 divided by 6 minus 2 is 24 divided by 4, which equals 6. So again, I'm going to solve this subtraction problem in my denominator before I go ahead and divide. Okay, that's it for lesson 7. Go on to your lesson practice, and I will see you in the morning.